Yes! Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for a Friday afternoon video right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. And yes, I have to look sharp. Not looking sharp enough, but it is what it is. Keeping it in. That's what she said. But anyway. But thank you for watching right here on the Peter Joseph channel. I'm Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling or whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And if you like it, great. Please hit that like button. Smash it. Smash that bell to death. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Subscribe to my other channels. All the links are down below in the gobbledygook. Down there, dude. And don't forget to follow me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Show your love and support there. Leave a comment leave a comment on any one of my videos, on any one of my channels. But don't leave stupid comments because you will get sent to the shadow realm and you'll never be heard from again. And that's it. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And if this is your first time watching, well, welcome to the party, pal. We really hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. You grab that cold one. Nature Brand Iced Tea. Nature Brand Iced Tea, the proud sponsor of life. It's good stuff. But in any case, if you're new here, welcome to the party. If you're thinking about subscribing, please do. And hit that subscribe button on all my channels. Smash the like button, leave a comment if you wish. And follow me on social media. And that's all that, I gotta say about that. So like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. And all that other good shit. And we move on with that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Something for the weekend. It is Friday, the penultimate day before the final day of the summer. Tomorrow is the final day of summer, and Sunday will begin the beautiful season of fall. And then the temperatures are going to get really cold this week. A little bit, going to be in the mid-60s and then go up to the mid-70s. So it'll feel like early fall, early to late spring for a while. Sun's going down right before 7. It gets dark by about 7:15. So still got a little bit of light out, but we got about 5-6 weeks left of actual daylight, because don't forget the first Sunday of November the 3rd, I believe, is when we turn the clock back an hour. So the sun will be going down about 5 o'clock. 5:15, 5:30, dark, so we got that. So for all the days that the sun's been going down, and especially when it gets to the summertime, it goes down about 8:30, 8:35, and then it gets dark by 9 o'clock. So you can stay out all fucking day, not all night, but pretty much most of the evening up until about 9 o'clock here in the Northeast. So, that's a good thing. So, but we're not going to get that until pretty much April and May of next year. So, we got that, but daylight savings time is going to be coming in about a month and a half. So, don't forget to turn your clock back November the 3rd, because you don't want to miss anything, pretty much. You wake up, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. You're like, yeah, I gotta go to work. And then you go to work, I'm like, you go to work, nobody's there. I was like, what the hell's going on? And then you turn on your TV or you pull out your phone. Oh shit, I forgot. It's 6 o'clock. Let's go back home. Let's go in the car and sleep for an hour or something. Or just go for early breakfast at a restaurant, or go to McDonald's or do something. But please do not forget to turn your clock back November the 3rd. I know it's September the 20th right now, but I just want to remind you, so, because a lot of people love to forget. And that's pretty much it. Alright, on this Friday evening, getting close to Friday night, September the 20th, 2024. I hope everybody had a great day. It was another hot one here in the Northeast, probably the final couple of hot days we're going to get, because I think after Sunday, down the drain, it's going to feel like fall, like 66 degrees, I think, on Tuesday. Going to get a little rain on and off for most of next week, going into next weekend, the final weekend of September. So, you say goodbye to like 80 degrees until May or June. But we got that. And we move on with that. Hope everybody had a great day, and if you didn't, well, too bad for you. I had a pretty decent day. I went to my doctor. I went to the medical doctor today. Got a blood test. Can't see it, but it's right over here. Got a little blood test, and I got my flu shot as well. Can't see it on my arm, but can you see it? No, you can't. Now you see it? No, you don't. Like John Cena. But yeah, I got a blood test today. I got most of my normal stuff, like a little bit of a checkup. I had to get a refill my painkillers, which I got to pick up tomorrow, along with some new medication. It's a Brewer for headaches and everything. I mean, I do have Tylenol, I do have Excedrin, migraine, but this is a little bit stronger than Excedrin, so it's only used as directed. So when I have a humongous headache, I gotta take the Abreva. But so gonna see what happens with that. I also did get referred to for another MRI, not on my knee, not on my back, on the cranium, but. No, I don't need. I know a lot of people are like laughing right now. Peter needs an MRI on his brain. There's nothing there though. How do you know? But yeah, just want to check some things out because I'm losing a little bit of concentration and focus. So losing a little bit of balance. So something it's not earth shattering. I'm like I'm turning into a retard or anything like that. But what I'm not, because I have a 2 point. I have, what did I say, 2.0? I have a college degree, so I have 2 college degrees. But, just to get it checked, that's all. Nothing big, nothing bad, besides my back is a mess. I know that's the one thing that's really needs to be focused on is my back, so I'm going to physical therapy on that. Hopefully by the end of next week or the beginning of October. So, see what happens with that. Everything else, pretty fine. I gotta wait for my FibroScan results. On my liver and everything. So, get those on Monday, and then by the end of next week, I should get my blood test results, which are probably not gonna be good. But. What's that? Why did a whole bunch of chocolate just come on my screen? So that's weird. No, it's just an ad on the computer. And we got that. But yeah, I got a lot of things coming up. Next week I only got one. I got 2 things to do. I got therapy on Monday, and then I gotta go to my pain management doctor to see where we go from here with my back, which is still not getting any better. Probably have to go for another epidural. I'm having a feeling I'm going to have to go for back surgery. I have a feeling. I don't want to do it, but because if I do get back surgery, then I'm going to be off YouTube I have to, if I have to get surgery, that means I'm going to be in the hospital for about a couple of days to maybe about a week. So, but hopefully maybe I get the surgery, you go in and out, and then you should be able to be, if I have to use a walker or, if I have to have Rosa help me out, which will probably be that, but, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that, but everything else, I'm a mess. I'm old, it is what it is. But I still look better than you, and you know it. So, I might be breaking down, I might be, I feel like CM Punk at times, because he's always getting injured, but I still am better than him. But we move on. Alright, we got SmackDown coming your way in 2 hours. Should be a great show. Cody and Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. We must acknowledge our tribal chief every day. So they're going to be on the show. The Bloodline's going to be on the show. Solo Mibuki and Jacob Fatu. I love you, Solo! The Girls of Destiny be on the show as well, the tag team champions. So we're going to have to see what happens tonight on SmackDown. Then we got Rampage. We got Hikaru Shida taking on... Who's she taking on? Harley Cameron. Ugh. No more going to see that. Couple of decent matches on Rampage, but Rampage looks like it's going to suck. And then we got Collision tomorrow night. Not that I'm going to watch it, because I'll be out. So, I'll watch Collision probably sometime Sunday. Maybe Sunday morning before football starts. Because the Niners don't start till 4:25. Against the Rams in Levi South Stadium, which is basically SoFi. In Los Angeles, California. So, but to see what happens with that. And, it was televised. Well, I hope it is. It should be the game in a week. I know the Giants playing the Browns at 1 o'clock. Might be on CBS, because the Jets already played. They played yesterday, and they walloped the Patriots. It was like 24-3, 27-3, whatever it was. The Jets walloped them in their home opener. Just go to 2-1. They pretty much are tied for the division with the... I believe they lead the division, actually, by 1 game. So, we'll see what happens with that. Rodgers looked great last night. But he still can't beat the Niners. Take your discount, double check, and shove it up your ass. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on. Alright, we got the Mets on tonight against the Filthies. Game 2 of that 4-game series. Should be some good stuff tonight. Big weekend series with the Mets. Still 2 games ahead of the Braves and the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2.5 behind the Padres, who sadly play the White Sox this weekend. So if the White Sox can actually do something, that would be a miracle. But I mean, we'll see what happens with that. I don't even know who Atlanta plays this weekend. No, I know they finished off their Red Series, and I think they start a new series this weekend against, I think, the Marlins. Marlins got destroyed by Ohtani and company, and Ohtani, the first player in Major League Baseball history to go 50-50 in one season. Crazy, ain't it? You gotta love Ohtani. Probably on those roids, but... I'm not on the roids. I eat the sushi. It makes me strong. No, it doesn't. Shut up. Shut up. So we got that. Alright, so lots of baseball this weekend, and football as well. Preseason hockey, I think, is going to be in full gear pretty soon. With the Rangers! Can't wait for that. So lots of good stuff coming your way. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let me get this video out of the way, because I'm fucking tired. I've been up since like 8:30 this morning. And I need a little bit of rest before we go to SmackDown. So my mind's just not with it today. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday evening, it is time for your late and super so far out of date NXT review for September the 17th, 2024. As always, we are emanating from the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. And our commentary team, the man with the creepy jacket and a lot of candy, that's Vic Joseph, and the two-time Hall of Famer, the man who smokes more fucking weed than you do, man who does a mean old spinneroony, Black Snow himself, Booker T, sucker! Oh yeah, man. The Kool-Aid Man, I call him. But we got that. Alright, so this is the penultimate to ultimate show. Next week is the final show on the USA Network before the CW11 debut in Chicago, Illinois. And this was a pretty decent show, pretty good show. Punky Brewster had to come down to NXT just to get ratings. Great interaction with Julia and his so-called daughter, Roxy. That was pretty damn good. Had lots of things going on, some new matches for the Chicago debut, and also we found out that Randy Orton, this voice, put out a challenge to Javon Evans. So, we got that match on Title Tuesday, October the 8th, on the CW11 from St. Louis, Missouri. So that should be pretty damn good. And we got Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander coming up in the show. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Alright, so we start the show off properly with the opening recap. And then the beautiful Ava Raine, the general manager of NXT, is in the ring for the contract signing between the NXT World Champion Ethan Page and Trick Willie. About to whoop that butch. You're a butch. A big-headed butch. Got a big old ego, butch. Alright, so... But, before we get to the contract signing, we got some announcements to make. And, Ava says in 3 weeks in St. Louis, Sexy Red will be making her return. Big fucking deal. Just to twerk her fine ass, but that's fine and dandy. Also, Randy Orton, his monotonous voice, will have his first ever match in NXT, and like I said, that will be against Javon Evans. But, as far as the NXT debut on the CW11, we have a bunch of matches, including Wesley taking on Zachary Wentz in a street fight. We got Roxy defending the NXT Women's title against Julia, and the man that I'm going to bring out right now, Ethan Page, defending the NXT World title against Trick Williams. Alright, so both men come out to sign the contract for the match. But before Ethan Page comes out, Trick talks about how after last week, it's pretty clear that Butch is still a Butch. So he's done with Pete Dunne. And then Ethan Page comes out, brags about being NXT champion, and says, well, I'm not Pete Dunne. I'm Ethan Page, I'm the champ, bitch. He says, Trick, I'm your kryptonite, and I had the receipts to prove it, starting with the NXT title. Trick says Ethan stole the belt, but Ethan says the thing he remembers the most is the shock that came with him winning the belt. And then Ethan promises to keep the belt on October the 1st, and then slaps Trick, picks him up, puts him through the table. You knew that was going to happen. So neither man signed, and that's pretty much it. So not official yet, but we got a long way to go before the end of this show. So that's that. Alright, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we're going to look back at last week's match between Oba, Femi, Wakanda Forever, the NXT North American champion, getting close to 250 days, the soon-to-be longest reigning NXT North American champion in history. So we saw Oba destroy Alex Hammerstone from TNA last week. Then we go to an after segment where after the loss we see my Guz, come on, get in here for a second. come in. Okay. My cousin, my legit cousin, Tony D'Angelo, who gets me a chicken parm hero for $2. You fine people, you get it for $10.50 because you're not Italian. And you don't respect Tony, so fuck you. And that's that. Alright, so Tony D gets on Alex Hammerstone for losing to Oba after Tony D paid him off with extra. So Tony wants Hammerstone to do it again, but Hammerstone's like, I'm not gonna do that. So how about I take all my anger out on you, sir? So we find out later that we got Tony D taking on Mr. Alex Hammerstone, and oh boy, my cousin. Cause I don't think yelling at Hammerstone was a great idea. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to the back. We see Ava Rain, Mr. Robbie E, Mr. Stone, Robbie E, and the former resident social media ambassador, Stevie Turner, walk into the medical room to check on Chick Willie. So she talks to them about a surprise she has for the show. And then Javon Evans comes up and asks about being on the show in Chicago. And Ava's like, First of all, don't touch me, because he touched her. He put his hand on her shoulder and everything, like trying to just kiss up to her. Oh, do you know who her father is, Javon? The Rock. The Rock's your boss. So he could fire you if he wanted to. But anyway, so Ava's like, I'll get back to you on that. And then they leave. And then Javon's like, there's still a chance. But we get that. Alright, then we go to our first official match of the night. The ladies start the show. We got Tatum Paxley and not Aussie, but we got the Irish bitch from Ireland, Lyra Valkyria, taking on the demonic team of Wendy, Choo Choo, and my girl, my demon assassin, my demon bride, the co-founder of the prophecy, woman who should not be losing so much, and that's Rosemary. And yeah, I knew this was gonna end really bad. 10-minute match. It's also Rosemary taking Tatum down to start. Tatum backflips over her. I guess the tag to Lyra, who hits a paisan elbow, which sets up a top rope axe handle to Rosemary's arm. Ow. But Rosemary rolls Tatum into the corner, and then Wendy Choo-Choo comes in, but gets caught in a body scissors, with Tatum rolling her around for a few times, but eventually gets a near fall out of that. And then there's a double team on... They double team Tatum, sending her to the outside. After the villains are sent to the outside, we go to break, come back. A Russian leg sweep running shove combo. I don't know what was that. I think it was by Rosemary. Gets a near fall on Tatum, but she hits an insecurity to get out of trouble. And then Lyra goes back in, cleaning house. And then all four ladies in the ring. Gets right back to Tatum. And we get a belly-to-belly superplex for a near fall by Rosemary, Rosemary, and then she forgot that Tatum's near the ropes. She goes for the cover. Tatum had her foot on the rope, so break the pin. And then Lyra kicks Wendy choo-choo down on the outside. Lyra then hits a top rope axe kick. Ow. On Rosemary. 1, 2, 3. Why is Rosemary getting... This is like the fourth time that Rosemary has lost the match in NXT. Why is she losing? Can somebody, Hickenbottom, can you tell me why a former Knockouts Tag Team Champion 3 times over and a former TNA Knockouts Champion is losing 4 out of the last 5 weeks? It pisses me off. I mean, why? Why is Rosemary losing to a bunch of freaking rookies? pisses me the fuck off. I like the union between her and Wendy Choo Choo, but you gotta have some wins there. Come on now. I don't know. I just don't know. Alright, so I gave that match 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we hear from Ava, who insists that the contract between Trick Willie and Ethan Page is going to get signed. We'll see. Alright, then we go to the back. We have Mr. Ego's son, Charlie Dempsey, the Heritage Cup champion. Glad to have Tavion Heights back in Catch Point 3.1, because he came back last week to beat up Javon Evans. And then him and Miles Bourne are tasked with getting those tag team titles. And then my girl Maddie Rankowski gets told to make a name for herself. He's like, "Oh yeah, I get it. I'm gonna do that. You go do that. Get out of here." So we'll see what happens with Catch Point 3.1. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to my cousin Tony D and Alex Hammerstone. Was basically a almost 3 minute match. Did I say almost 3 minutes? I said almost 3 minutes. Anyway, so Tony comes out with Stacks Lorenzo, Luca Cusafino, the man who lives downstairs from you, the resident attorney, and the very hot and sexy Adriana Rizzo. So they're there. Hammerstone basically fucked my cousin up. He fucked him up so bad that Tony walked out of the match. So Hammerstone wins the match by a count out, and then everybody's like, you see Tony D like leaving and going to the back and everything, and everybody's like, "What the fuck's going on there, Tony? Cuz, you okay?" I'm like, "Wait a minute, where are you going?" So that was kind of weird. So the match itself, 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then Zachary Wentz pops up in front of commentary, shows us a clip of Wesley attacking Trey Miguel in the parking lot in Dayton, Ohio, after a TNA event, I believe. Those parking lots, they need some better security. Seriously. Like, seriously. So you see that, and then back in the arena, Zach Wentz says, "I don't know how long Trey is going to be out of action for, but the pain in Chicago is going to be even worse for you, Wesley." So, we'll see what happens with that. And I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we have NBA All-Star from the Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton. He's in Ava Rain's office, and he tells her that he can get the Trick Williams Ethan Page contract signed. Why not? Why not have this schmuck from the Pacers do it? Why not? And that's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, so I give that pretty much 2 out of 5 stars. I can't stand Tyrese Halliburton. I don't even watch basketball for that matter. Go Celtics. But, anyway. Move on. Alright, then we see the lovely ladies of Fatal Influence. We have Fallon, Don't Call Me to the Dawn, Henley, my girl, oh she is so fine, Jasmine Nix, and another hottie, and that's JC Jane. Well, JC is all ready for a load of vices. 2. So we got that coming up in a little bit. So we see them warming up. So we got that. Then we go to Lola Vice in the women's locker room. She's warming up, looking hot and sexy as always. And then we have Jada Parker come in, and Lola's not a big fan of hers. And then I think Kaylani Jordan was there, and then she left. So Jada comes in, says that I'm going to be fighting all the Fatal Influence in a little bit. Lola says, well, you can have them after I'm done with them. So a little bit of tension between the lovely ladies. So I might have to get involved. I might, settle down. Oh! Anyway, so we got that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to our next match. We have DJ Nightwolf, Eddie Thorpe, taking on the resident pimp, basically, Ashanti the Adonis, who comes out comes out with a rose, gives it to this lady in the crowd who looked like Aubrey Edwards. I'm like, is that Aubrey? What are you doing there? Huh? What? What are you missing? It looked like her. Maybe it wasn't her, but anyway. This match sucked. Under 3.5 minutes suckfest. Did I say under 3.5 minutes suckfest? Yes, I did. Kind of went back and forth. Near the end, DJ Nightwolf fights his way up. Forces a high cross body as Ashanti took too long blowing a kiss to, I guess, that same fan who he gave a rose to in the crowd. Which allowed Eddie Thorpe to hit his implant DDT 1, 2, 3 in just under 3.5 minutes. And that's it. And match sucked, and I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Moving on. Alright, then we get a nice little video from the birthday girl. She turned 21 a little while ago. Thea Hale and her so-called boyfriend, Riley, don't call me Ozzy Osbourne. They're kind of crushed that KC is pretty much done because after what Rich Holland did last week to Duke Hudson and then Mr. Case, they're just those two left. So Ridge turned on the school. Riley is so upset that he was right about Ridge all along. And he's like, I promise to take Ridge out once and for all and save the school. Is he going to do it? No. No. That's that. Alright, so 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we go to the longest segment of the night. No wonder half the show was cut. Alright, so we have Punky Brewster. See him puke. Comes out. Fans love him. Look in my eyes, what do you see? A man that's barely on TV. He's injury prone. Somebody call AJ Lee on the phone. And tell her that Peter Joseph wants her ass. Okay. That sounded really bad, but okay, whatever. Anyway, so Punky Brewster says, I'm in a better mood than I was on Raw the other night. Yeah, he actually could talk a little bit better. Because he's like, I'm gonna take you to hell. I'm gonna make you bleed. What, you Darby? Hi, guys. I don't know why I was talking like CM Punk before. I come from Seattle. I weigh 135 pounds. I'm so emo, guys. And I live in my car. Okay. Anyway. So, he feels a little bit better than on Raw the other night. But he wants to have some fun. So, he's like, well, I watch NXT. I've never been in this ring surrounded by all you people. And during the time that he was injured with his shoulder injury, he would try to watch the show from the shadows, but got caught. I wonder by who. Punky Brewster knows that he's going to have to face some of those people, when they go on to the main roster. He mentions Lexus King, called Mellow Hayes, him, Ethan Page even, champ, and Braun Breaker. And, he says, my show's even older than Javon Evans. Well, Javon's 20. Anyway, moving on. He says, anyway, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, called him up about being in Chicago for the first CW show. And Punk's like, okay, I begged Shawn Michaels, like, please put me on the show in my hometown so I can get some ratings. And basically told him to do whatever he wanted to do on the show. And then, here she comes, ladies and gentlemen, one of Punk's daughters next to Corey Jade, and that's Roxy. And Punk's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's not how you treat your daughter. How dare you, Phil Brooks. I'm gonna tell AJ. And AJ, you're gonna make you sleep on the couch while she's banging me. Ha! But anyway. So anyway, she gets in the ring and roast Punk. I loved it. Says, It's like, I knew you were going to talk about Julia because everyone's been talking about Julia the last couple weeks and months. And she says, 13-year-old Roxy will be freaking out right about now because you were my favorite wrestler and that you were my voice. And then she's like, well, I really did prefer your wife. Really now? There's something we don't know there, Roxy? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but... Nothing wrong with liking another woman. But, it is what it is. And then we get the AJ Lee chants. Roxy realizes that I should have been a Drew McIntyre fan. Ooh. Right in the nuts. Gotta love it. Roxy gets why Punky Brewster wants to be in Chicago, but this is not about you, it's about me. And then Punk's like, hey, can I get a word in edgewise here? Roxy's like, no, I'm not done yet. Oh, shit. I'm not done yet, Dad! Shut up! Anyway. Roxy says, Punky, you're not worried about what I'm saying because I can appreciate an overconfident champion, and you used to have a big-sized chip on your shoulder. No, Punk said that. Then he says that the women's title might make her the... actually, Roxy says the women's title might make her the best in the world because on Raw, he was watching Bianca Belair and Io, and Roxy might be better than them. Thing is, it doesn't matter if Julia takes the belt in Chicago, and on cue, Julia comes out, that epic fucking theme of hers, and Punk's like, I'm interested. So, and she comes out looking amazingly hot. It goes right up to Roxy and says, Roxanne, the countdown is on. Your days as champion are numbered. Arrivederci. She is Italian and Japanese, which makes my dick even harder. Holy shit. She goes to leave, Roxy tries a sneak attack, and then Punk's like, no, we don't do that in our family. And then Roxy's like, fuck you doing, old man? And that's basically it. Julius just starts laughing. He's like, look at it, your dad had to stop you. That's that. Alright, so that was a pretty good segment. 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to the back with the lovely Kaylani Jordan, the women's North American champion. Not so worried about the ladies of Fatal Influence, and she's thinking about issuing her own open challenge. So, Maddie Winkowski comes in and says, well, she doesn't say nothing. She just slaps the living shit out of Kaylani Jordan, and then runs away. Run away! And then we find out later that next week I think it's next week, or at the CW11 debut show, for the Women's North American Championship, we got Maddie Winkowski versus Kaylani Jordan. I think Kaylani will retain. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we see Tony D. I thought he was outside, but he's in another part of the performance center where the rings are and stuff. Rizzo comes up to him and says, hey, Tony, what's going on here? Paisan, what's going on? Why'd you leave like that? And then Rizzo with a humongously great freaking promo to Tony saying, hey, you need to fight Oba again. And then Tony's like, well, what if I lose? So what? You lose! We're still family. He says, you have nothing. I was like, why are you? What's wrong with you? Why won't you face Oba? And he's like, I'm afraid. You okay? I'm afraid. Rocky 3 reference, nice. I'm afraid, okay? I'm afraid to climb a line. I'm afraid I'll fail. I'm afraid I won't do it for Apollo, Adrian. Even worse, like Daniel LaRusso. I'm afraid! I'm afraid, Mr. Miyagi. I just want to go home. You stay focused. Daniel-san, your best karate is still inside. Now, time to let out. Get on that line, Russo. Get on that line. I own you. I own you. And pretty much, Daniel Russo got up and was like, alright, we're gonna do some kata. Fucking wimpy throw. And then slap. 1, 2, 3, he wins the fucking match. Oh, good old Russo. And now Mike Barnes was in season 5 and part of season 6 now. Oh, we're happy now, Mr. Mike Barnes is back. Even though him and fucking Johnny Lawrence beat the fuck out of each other and almost died. Because they were in the wood shop right near the saw. That would have been bad. That's that. I heard they're making a spin-off of Cobra Kai. I think it's with Miguel. Or it's with Samantha LaRusso. That's what I heard. Some rumblings there's going to be some spin-offs after this season pretty much ends. Officially ends. I think I think part 2 begins in November or next year. I mean, the first part was good. Good shit. I'm gonna miss it, but when it ends, I think sometime next year or maybe 2026. What's the next good show that's gonna come down the pipe on Netflix besides Raw? But let's see what happens with that. All right, so Tony D's like, I'm afraid, and then Rizzo's like, hey, you need to fight Oba again. And if you lose, hey, you lose. But we're still a family and we love you. Capiche? So Tony's like, okay, capiche. I'll face him once again. So I'm thinking that might be probably for Halloween Havoc. So I'm thinking they're doing this redemption arc where Tony D's like he's afraid and then he's gonna beat Oba. Oba's gonna go to the main roster, beat everybody up there. Tony D's gonna become the North American champion finally. I don't know how long of a reign he's gonna have, but we'll see what happens with that. But at least my cuz will be the one in 250 something and one, basically. Because Oba hasn't been pinned in like 200 almost 250 defenses. He's almost 250 days as champ. So he will lose and probably be losing to a redemption arc by my cousin Tony D'Angelo. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Alright, so we move on. So that was pretty good. I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. So good job, Rizzo. Moving on. Alright, then we go to a tag team match player. We got Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights of Catchpoint 3.1, along with Mr. Ego's son, Charlie Dempsey, the Heritage Cup champion, and the beautiful Maddie Gronkowski at ringside. They take on the young OG, Javon Evans, and Cedric Alexander, who signed a new contract, by the way. Kevin Steen has still not signed yet. They signed the Lucha Brothers. They're going to be on either Raw or SmackDown. That's pretty damn good. They signed the Motor City Machine Guns. I can bet you they'll be on the CW11 date, but in Chicago, because right near Detroit, a couple hours away. And you can definitely bet your bottom dollar that the Motor City Machine Guns will be at Bound for Glory October the 26th. Because guess where it is? Detroit. So, I would not be surprised if they get put into TNA Hall of Fame. They have to be. Multiple-time tag team champions. Alex Shelley, former TNA champion. Chris Sabin, also world champion. I think he's like 11-time X-Division champion. I think Alex Shelley's been an X-Division champion as well. They've done it all in TNA. And outside TNA, I think they won the New Japan Pro Wrestling Tag Team belts. So, great team. I met Alex Shelley. I met Chris Sabin and I met Sabin and Shell the first time in Ring of Honor. I think they were the ones who beat the Kings of Wrestling, Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero, on day 364 of their 1-year title reign when they held the Ring of Honor tag team belts. And they just had a great time with the Bucks, great time with Red Dragon, great time with the American Wolves in TNA and Ring of Honor. We all remember Chris Sabin had a great relationship with Velvet Sky. And then Velvet Sky got with a certain guy named Bubba Ray Dudley. Now she's with another guy. I mean, seriously, Chris Sabin, Bubba Ray, can you drop that hot ass? I don't know. I wouldn't leave the house if I was going out with Velvet Sky. Shit. She lets those pigeons loose, if you know what I mean. If you follow her career with Angelina Love and the Beautiful People. But Angelina's now married to I forgot his name, but she's married to him. I don't know if she has another. I know she has one kid with Davey Richards. They share custody. And then I don't know if she has another kid with the new guy. But I met Angelina, I think about a year ago, actually. Very nice lady. I wished her success on her marriage. She said thank you. We took a picture. It's on my Facebook page. I think it's on my Facebook and Instagram page. Because I'm a very important peeper. Very important Peter. I am a very important peeper because I love my peeps. But it is what it is. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, this match kind of sucked. Maddie Winkowski almost got Cedric Alexander in her lap, basically, because he went for a dive and then stopped because Maddie was right there. That could have been really bad. But we get near the end, and Kaylani Jordan came out to brawl with Maddie all the way to the back, which led Javon Evans to hit his top rope spinning splash. Well, really headbutt this case. 1, 2, 3 in just under 10.5 minutes. Cedric and Javon get the win. And then, like I said, we're told by Vic Joseph and Booker T that Javon will be in action October the 8th in St. Louis against Randy Orton. There's not this voice! Oh, Randy's gonna diamond cut his ass. Or RKO his ass, Gilmore Cutter his ass. Hey, Javon has a Gilmore Cutter too. Not as great as mine, but still. Because nobody kicks out of mine. Nobody. In real life and in the XWF. I think I've been champion for very long periods of time. Because nobody can get out of it. The only way to beat me is by some chicanery. Which I fucking hated. But moving on. We got that, and then we find out that Kaylani is going to defend her Women's North American title against Maddie Winkowski. And that's that. Alright, then we go to Rich Holland. Says 2 down, 1 to go. So, next week, we got Riley Osborne taking on Rich Holland to see if he can just dismantle Chase U. And I think he will. And that's it. Alright, well, that happens. We see the resident virgin, Brooks Jensen, walk into the ring. He has a match with Dion Lennox, the resident nerd. And sees Sean Spears there, still in his sling. And Sean Spears is like, are we gonna be friends now? I want to take you to the top, this and that. And Jensen's like, all right, let's go. So they're friends now. So we're gonna see Sean Spears at ringside for our next match. Jensen versus Dion Lennox. Wasn't a great match. At one point in the match, Jensen takes Dion Lennox's glasses, puts them on. That was a bad idea because Dion woke up, fires back up, grabs a fruit roller for a near fall. But then Jensen hits a DDT on him, 1, 2, 3, in a measly 2.5 minutes. That was it. And then after the match, Jensen and Sean Spears shake hands. Not code of honor per se, but they shake hands. Looks like they're back to being friends again. But yeah, you could tell this match got cut short for time because of Punky Brewster talking for like 40 minutes. We got that. Alright, then we see a video from Wesley on X, Twitter. He's happy with what he did to Trey Miguel in the parking lot in Dayton, Ohio. And he's all ready to end this little feud between him, Trey, with him and Zachary Wentz. So, we got that. Alright, so 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we find out that A-Town Down Under, oh, I did it, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory will receive a tag team title match against Fraxium, Ben Frazier, and A-Kid next week on the program. They're gonna win? No. I think October the 1st, Fraxium is gonna do another open challenge, and then the Motor City Machine Guns are gonna come out, and the crowds in Chicago is gonna go berserk. So we got that. But next week, we got A-Town Down Under. It should be fun. And that's it. And there goes a helicopter. It sounds like a freaking earthquake. But we move on with that. Alright, after that, we go to another 2-minute suckfest. We go to JC Jane taking on Nora Faisese. Battle of the Hotties with a bunch of cake around that ring. Oh, 5 gorgeous, hot ladies out there. Back and forth they went. JC gets in a shot of her own on the floor. Hits a cannonball on the inside for a near fall on Lola Vice. But Lola shrugs that off. Kicks JC down. Sets up a wicked spinning back fist, knocking JC the fuck out. 1, 2, 3, Lola Faisese gets the win, but she paid for it as Fatal Influence came in for the 3-on-1 beatdown, and then Jada Parker comes in for the save, and then her and Lola almost went at it. So, a lot of women in that locker room do not like each other. So, we get that. Alright, then I talked about Rizzo talking to Tony D. Says, don't be afraid of Oba. You got this. We're family. We're always there for each other. We all believe in you, Tony D. Don. You have to believe in yourself. I'm like, where's Joe Hendry when you need us? Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Tony D. Okay, didn't sound right, but whatever. Alright, so Tony D's like, we're gonna need some special training. Don't answer that. And then they hug. Aww. Good job, Rizzo. Good job. Good job. Gonna get your extra bonus money, if you will. I got that. Alright, so 3 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to the final segment of NXT. Tyrese Halliburton comes out. He's like, let's get this NXT title contract signed. So Trick Willie comes back out, praises Tyrese and the Pacers teammates who are in the first row. Big fucking whoop. Yeah, you beat the Knicks, great. But what happened against the Celtics? That's pretty much it. So Ethan comes out. So as Ethan comes out, Trick Willie signs a contract right away. And then Ethan's not happy with what's going on. He signs a contract, gives it to Tyrese Halliburton, so the match is official, but Tyrese is like, well, there's one more thing that you forgot to look at there, champ. And then CM Punky Brewster comes out and says, since this match is in Chicago, we need something special for this match. So the crowd's like, special ref! Special ref! And on cue, Punk says, I'm gonna be the special guest referee. Wow. So you know, special my ass, because it's just special to Trick Willie winning the belt easily. So, you know, I agree with Ethan Page. I was like, hey, Punk's gonna help him win. He's not gonna call him down the middle daddy like Bill Alfonso. I mean, yes, Ethan Page, I have seen your complaint, sir, and we're gonna go to the people's court. So I think Trick Willie will get the belt back for the second time, thanks to Punky Brewster. But we'll see what happens with that. And that ends the segment. I gave the segment 3 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, that is it for my NXT review. I gave NXT 7 out of 10 stars, but let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment down below in the comment section. Don't leave stupid comments because you're going to get blocked. You don't like it? Too bad. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channels, hit the bell for more. Follow me on social media. I will be live tweeting with SmackDown and Rampage tonight on my Twitter page. Twitter link down below, so check it out. And all that good shit. On your Friday, almost getting close to Friday night, September the 20th, 2024. And that's it. Alright, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to take a little bit of a break and then get my TNA and Ring of Honor reviews up in just a little bit. So, video number 2 on your probably Triple Threat Friday coming up a little bit later. And that's that. But for now, I'm Peter Joseph. I am signing out. Thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, remember to rock out with your cookout. Alright, if you're not down with that, then I'm sorry. But me and the Prophecy and the Purge, Rosemary, Abaddon, I mean, pretty much everybody that's better than you and you know it. If you're not down with all of us, well, we all got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, my friends, stay sexy. Peace.